Nestled between the unforgiving peaks of the Stony Ridge Mountains and a sinister, ever-churning sea, the town of Harrow's End looms like a specter under a perennially gray sky. Once you pass the ramshackle sign announcing your arrival, the town seems to swallow you, its damp, chilly air enveloping you like an unwelcome shroud. Its buildings, mostly ancient, worn-out relics of a forgotten time, bear mute testament to the town's mysterious and cryptic past. Harrow's End, with its narrow cobblestone streets that wind aimlessly, shadowy alleyways that seem to lead nowhere, and the hauntingly silent town square, is not for the faint of heart. An ever-present, eerie fog hovers just above the ground, as though the very earth beneath breathes out a chilly warning to uninvited guests. The towering silhouette of an old, derelict church overlooks the town, casting long, ominous shadows that only add to the town's spectral presence. Yet, despite the gloomy setting, life thrives in Harrow's End in its peculiar, hushed way. The townsfolk, a hardy lot, display a strange blend of grit and eerie calm, weathered by the town's grim past and unspoken secrets. There's old Martha, the innkeeper, her face etched with wrinkles like a roadmap of countless years, eyes that hold an ocean of tales locked away. Or young Elijah, the blacksmith's son, barely out of his teens, but with a gaze that betrays an unnerving maturity. Into this blend of ordinary and uncanny enters our protagonist Alex, a curious blend of adventurer and scholar. As the new arrival, he stands out like a sore thumb with his city attire and undying curiosity. Drawn to Harrow's End by a cryptic letter from an estranged relative, he arrives with the intention of delving into his family's obscure history linked with the town. Warmly welcomed, yet always regarded with an unsettling air of scrutiny, Alex starts to feel the undercurrent of unease in the town. The townsfolk are friendly, but their smiles don't quite reach their eyes, their laughter feels forced, and their homes, while open to him, are quick to shut out the outside world. He is drawn to the mystery that hangs over Harrow's End like the relentless fog. Little does Alex know that his quest for understanding his family's past will lead him into the very heart of the town's darkness, a darkness that hides a maniac's dread secret. In this isolated, gloomy town, the stage is set for a chilling saga that will unfold, leaving both Alex and Harrow's End irrevocably altered. In the days following Alex's arrival, the peculiar rhythm of life in Harrow's End slowly reveals itself. Each evening, he finds himself in the warm, dimly lit inn, surrounded by the town's men and women sharing their daily tales over mugs of ale and plates of hearty food. It's here that the rumors begin to circulate, whispered stories of a maniac said to haunt the town's winding streets and shadowy corners. It starts as an offhand comment from Elijah, an old legend his father used to scare him straight when he was a boy. But as the nights turn into weeks, Alex begins to hear it more frequently. The maniac of Harrow's End, an elusive spectral figure who seems to be as much a part of the town's history as the cobblestone streets themselves. While the townsfolk dismiss these tales as folklore, the old-timers exchange knowing glances. Martha, with her rheumy eyes and a distant look, shares hushed tales of people who had disappeared, of strange occurrences that were too chilling to be mere coincidence. Fear is an undercurrent in her voice, well masked but unmistakably present. The unease seeping into Alex's mind turns to outright alarm when he notices the changes around him. People start disappearing. First, it's the baker, a burly man with a jolly laugh that echoed through the town square each morning. Then the miller's wife, a quiet woman with a kind smile. The town is abuzz with fear, its eerie calm shattered by the terror of the unknown. The laughter is replaced by worried whispers, the friendly smiles by fearful glances. The maniac, once just a ghost story, now becomes a tangible threat, a living nightmare lurking in the shadows of Harrow's End. As a scholar, Alex is driven by an innate curiosity, a desire to unravel the unknown. His attention turns to the town library, a crumbling old building filled with dust-laden books and age-old records. He pores over town history, birth and death registers, old newspapers, looking for patterns, connections, any clues that could explain the disappearances and the legend of the maniac. His research yields cryptic hints, accounts of similar disappearances over the centuries, legends of a shadowy figure seen near the locations of these disappearances, and a chilling tale etched into the town's history. A tale of a man driven mad by love and loss, who vanished one stormy night, vowing to haunt the town forever. His gaze catches a symbol repeatedly sketched in the old town records, a twisted, sinister sigil that sends a shiver down his spine. The maniac of Harrow's End, once a mere whisper in the wind, was slowly taking shape in Alex's world. Each clue, each tale, each missing person was a piece of a horrifying puzzle. Unbeknownst to Alex, he was slowly peeling back the layers of a chilling saga that had been unfolding for centuries, heading towards a horrifying truth that was as inescapable as the town's eerie fog. As the legend of the maniac became all too real, the stage was set for a confrontation that would shake Harrow's End to its core. Alex's days blend into a surreal haze, his nights a canvas for terrifying dreams as he grows ever closer to the town's concealed heart of darkness. A dread anticipation pervades his every waking moment, for he knows the inevitable is drawing near. A confrontation with the maniac of Harrow's End. A cold, gusty night provides the stage for the dreadful encounter. Alex finds himself irresistibly drawn towards the abandoned church, the twisted sigil from the old records fresh in his mind, an uncanny force guiding him. The ancient derelict structure looms ominously, its towering silhouette casting a foreboding shadow against the stormy sky. The church's skeletal remains seem to breathe in the wind, creaking and groaning, echoing the horrifying tales of Harrow's End. Inside the dimly lit ruin, a chill of more than just the cold air runs down Alex's spine. It's here in the eerie silence that he comes face to face with the maniac. His blood turns to ice as he recognizes the figure standing before him, a twisted mirroring of a familiar face. A face he'd laughed with, shared stories with over mugs of ale. The realization hits him like a physical blow. It's Elijah, the blacksmith's son. The revelation sends a shockwave through him. The friendly, mature beyond his years, Elijah was the embodiment of the terror that had gripped Harrow's End. His eyes, once filled with youthful ambition, now gleamed with a sinister light. The amiable boy who had welcomed Alex into the town was the specter haunting its streets, lurking in its shadows. The horror of the revelation magnifies the nightmare tenfold. A tense standoff ensues. The church, once a sanctuary, morphs into a chilling arena. Elijah, his gaze cold and calculating, circles Alex, speaking in riddles about love lost, revenge, and an eternal curse. The once trusted townsfolk now unveils his true self, a horrifying blend of madness and intelligence. As the storm outside intensifies, matching the tension within, Alex finds himself caught in a lethal game of cat and mouse. His every instinct screams danger, his scholarly mind trying to calculate a way out. But the maniac is not just a legend anymore. He is real, and he is standing right in front of him, a living nightmare ready to claim Harrow's End again. The climax of this terrifying tale is no more a distant threat. It's a reality Alex has to face, right here, right now. His survival hinges on his next move. His every decision could be the difference between life and death. The showdown at the heart of Harrow's End has begun. In the heart of the derelict church, under the baleful glare of the maniac, Alex feels the cold finger of fear. But he also feels a burning determination, a will to survive. His eyes dart around the decaying edifice, mind racing, seeking a plan, a way to outwit the cunning maniac before him. Alex, a scholar and adventurer, finds his strength not in brute force, but in his sharp intellect and quick thinking. Using his knowledge about the town and its secrets, he tries to manipulate Elijah, confuse him with tales of alleged sightings elsewhere, buying himself time. A high-stakes game of wits unfolds within the chilling atmosphere of the old church. Each second drags, the tension in the air as tangible as the storm battering the town outside. Alex's every word, every move is a calculated risk, a step in a dangerous dance of survival. As the confrontation reaches a fevered pitch, Alex finds an unlikely savior. The door of the church creaks open. A figure silhouetted against the stormy night steps inside. It's Martha, the old innkeeper. The town's most trusted, most beloved figure stands resolute, her frail frame belied by the determination in her eyes. Her sudden appearance startles Elijah, offering Alex a much-needed opening. Martha, armed with nothing but an old iron cross, and her fearless spirit, joins the standoff. She had always been a pillar of strength for the town, a motherly figure shrouded in mystery. Now she is the beacon of hope for Alex, an ally in the face of impending doom. Martha's understanding of the maniac's history and her insights into his disturbed psyche gives them an unexpected edge. Their combined efforts, her courage and his cunning, create a formidable front against the unhinged maniac. The tables slowly start to turn, the imminent threat of death becoming a sliver of hope for survival. In the chilling echoes of the stormy night, amidst the decaying grandeur of the ancient church, the scholar and the innkeeper wage a battle of wits against the maniac of Harrow's End. Theirs is a struggle for survival, a desperate effort to escape the deadly trap of the haunted town. As they engage in this perilous confrontation, the dread-laden atmosphere of Harrow's End tightens, inching closer towards an unforeseen resolution. In the dim, musty confines of the ancient church, Alex and Martha are locked in a nerve-wracking confrontation with Elijah. The chilling face-off reaches its climax when Alex, seizing a moment of distraction, makes a run towards the exit. Martha, summoning her inner strength, creates a diversion, forcing Elijah to momentarily shift his focus. The harsh winds whip Alex's face as he bursts out of the church into the stormy night, his heart pounding in his ears. Behind him, he hears the shrill, maniacal laughter of Elijah, the sound sending shivers down his spine. But there's no time to look back. Survival is his only focus, and he pushes his body to its limits, sprinting towards the town center. Using a secret passage he discovered during his research in the town library, Alex leads Elijah away from the town onto the cliff overlooking the churning sea. Here, in the heart of the storm, he sets a trap for the maniac, using Elijah's own madness against him. Elijah, in his deranged state, fails to see through Alex's ruse. Blinded by his twisted obsession and rage, he stumbles into Alex's trap. A struggle ensues, the winds howling around them, the sea roaring beneath. In a final act of desperate bravery, Alex manages to trap Elijah, cornering him at the cliff's edge. In his deranged frenzy, Elijah steps back, losing his footing and plummeting into the merciless waves below. Back in Harrow's End, the storm subsides, giving way to an eerie calm. Alex, exhausted but alive, returns to the town. The news of Elijah's fate, the revelation of his true identity, hits the townsfolk like a thunderbolt. The terror that had haunted them was not a spectral figure of lore, but one of their own, a horrifying reality they now had to grapple with. In the days that follow, Harrow's End transforms. There's a newfound tranquility, a somber relief that pervades the once gloomy town. The townsfolk mourn the loss of Elijah, the boy they thought they knew, and shudder at the thought of the maniac he had become. Alex, having survived the horrifying ordeal, finally leaves Harrow's End, carrying with him the memories of a terrifying adventure, a story of survival against a dreadful evil. As for Harrow's End, it is left to heal, to grapple with the horrifying reality of its past, and to hopefully find peace in the face of the truth. In the end, the tale of the maniac of Harrow's End serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface, hidden behind the mask of the familiar, forever etching the town's name in the annals of the most haunting legends. Weeks have passed since Alex's terrifying encounter in Harrow's End. Back in his city apartment, life slowly returns to normal. The echoes of the horrifying ordeal seem to fade with every passing day, becoming fragments of a chilling memory. He throws himself into his scholarly pursuits, his innate curiosity now tempered with a newfound respect for the dark unknown. One evening, as the city's skyline bathes in the warm hues of the sunset, a knock at the door jolts Alex out of his routine. It's a courier bearing a package from an unknown sender. A sense of unease slowly creeps up Alex's spine as he tears open the brown paper wrapping. Inside, he finds an old, leather-bound book. Its musty smell, the yellowed pages, all too familiar. It's a book from the town library of Harrow's End. With bated breath, Alex flips open the cover. A folded piece of paper falls out. It's a handwritten note, the scrawling script hurried, almost frantic. The message sends a chill running down his spine. It's not over. He's still here. Or maybe there's more than one. Attached to the note is a faded newspaper clipping. The headline screams out, "A town in fear. Mysterious disappearances in Harrow's End continues." The date is from just a week ago. A wave of horror washes over Alex. The ordeal he thought was over seems to be far from it. The maniac of Harrow's End, could he have survived? Or was the terror always more than just one deranged individual? The terrifying questions, the unsettling possibilities open up a Pandora's box that Alex thought he had sealed forever. The setting sun casts long shadows in Alex's apartment as he sits there, the chilling note in his hands, his mind reeling with the implications. The calm normalcy of his life is shattered once again. The haunting tale of Harrow's End, it seems, is far from over. The nightmare, or maybe a new one, is just beginning. The twist in the tale, chilling and unexpected, turns Alex's world upside down, reigniting the horrifying saga of the maniac that once terrorized the gloomy town of Harrow's End.